I want to show you exactly what you're going to get when you ask me to do your research for you. I mean, I've been studying free money and health services that are available in our country for about 30, 40 years now. And I pour my heart into it every day, I'm able to do that because I really believe it's important. I mean, I've seen fat cats use it. This is how I've started finding out about this, is helping Fortune 500 companies use this kind of stuff. And I know kind of the small business too, or the independent entrepreneur, or if you just want to start your own consulting business or freelance business, or maybe be part of the gig economy, or contract work, or any of those kinds of things, there's money and help for you to do that. And lots of it. And that's why if I can show you a sample table of contents from a report I do out, you can see, or at least have a better possible understanding of what the value is of all this stuff that I could give you. I mean, just one phone call that could save you thousands, tens of thousands, or whatever, or even hundreds. And whether it's now or later, I mean, these are resources and tools in our economy and our life that everybody has access to. This is what democracy is about. It's for everybody. It's not only for Donald Trump, it's for the rest of us too. But you have to know it's there, and about asking the right questions. Google, it's too hard. So let me go through a sample table of contents. Okay, every report I send out now has a video interview, a video tutorial telling you what's in the report, why it's important, and how you could use it. Okay, now this is a customized just for you and your subject, your kind of business you want to start, or whatever it is, and how you can get the most advantage out of the sources I'm going to take you. Then because there's so many sources, see, there's over 150 at least sources in the report for starting a business, that I identified like the best for you to really start with before you go into all 150. And that's the first thing I do. And then, I got to figure this out here. Why isn't this working for me? Okay, then I go to your local. So this is like your local county, your city, your state. They all have programs like this. And this is the county and city first. Look at all these. Free entrepreneur training, and coaching, assistance for women who want to start and grow a business, $3,000 microloan for Latina immigrants to start a business. Man, free money to live on while you start your business. So all the local programs. Then I go to your state, what your state has. Like this report here, there's 7 sources of microloans up to $50,000, for people who don't have a lot of money. 8 small business loan programs just for your city, or $50,000 for low-income entrepreneurs to start green businesses. That's amazing. How would you know to ask for this kind of stuff? $5,000 grant to sell overseas. It's all that. Okay, now here's money to get contracts. See, that's another thing. More than grants, I think, from the government, give me a contract. You could be a freelance, artist, or do freelance writing on your kitchen table and get $50,000. See, and all these sources that I'm giving you too will have video instructions about this, interviews of people who've done it, experts who give out the money, things like this. The actual bureaucrats. I go around the country really interviewing bureaucrats who run these programs, so you could see firsthand. Or how about money and help from incubators, accelerators, and meetups? You probably don't even know what the hell they are. I didn't until a few years ago. Like a startup with an idea and zero money could find an incubator and get $25,000 and all the free help needed to start your business. So I give you a list of free there. Then other grants and free money, private small business grants, the companies, the private organizations that give out money, angel investors, how to find them, and credit invest, crowdfunding money with and credit investors. These are fat cats for free. You put your business up there and get money. Non-traditional business loans. These are business loans you get 0% interest. Who would know about that. Crowdfunding, that's probably the biggest thing in the government. I mean, non-government money to get this. So it's not only government money I'm showing you non-government money. So you could have like, quit your job, invest $150 on the internet and get $350,000. I show you interviews, people who did this. All these things have an interview. This guy who lived a life of crime and drugs, and he said, I want to give up this thing. And he went on the crowdfunding, got $8,000 to do a rap. See, anybody could use this. Doesn't matter your background. You could have, bad credit, no financial statements, nothing, and get money. Nowhere in the world. And how women are 100% more successful at getting this kind of money than men are. Or how to sell your product on the internet for free. It costs nothing to start up a business on the internet. You don't need hucksters, you don't need marketing people, all this kind of stuff. I show you how to get this free. I have interviews of people who did it, how they quit their job in 6 months and then was able to hire their boyfriend, for their business. Look at all these programs, 150 of them. Other things you don't know about, like why you shouldn't quit your day job. Everybody, the only way to start something and do it full time. No, data show it's the opposite. Even I show you new business ideas on the internet that you could use and start making money right away. It takes effort, sure. Everything takes effort. That's the key. But if you want to be there, then you put in the effort. And that's what I'm trying to show people. Things they could be doing, things they really want to do in life, because you'll do it better, you'll do it harder. How to get justice. Man, I show you how to get free legal help for anything, any business organization or people screw you over. Man, there's a government office that regulates that. You contact them and they have to investigate for you. They'll put the people out of business even if they don't treat you right. But who knows? You go on Google and put legal help and you get somebody charging $500 and they'll do it for free and they're more powerful. You just have to know the right agency to call. And then how to get free help. And that's the kind of stuff I do. I'll show you people who do this kind of stuff for free. So we have more problems and more questions. That's it. So, this is not a superficial report. This is stuff that, I'm taking my 30, 40 years of experience that I've helped big businesses, Fortune 500 companies, small businesses, studying this stuff almost every waking minute of my life. And I'm trying to make sure more and more people are aware of these things because they're important tools to live in our society, to get by, and showing people their options. Nobody knows really all these options we have. That's the whole thing in life is knowing your options. You think your option is just you need $100,000 to do something? No, you don't. I'll show you how to do it without that. That's what I'm about. And trying to get more people to grow in life and contribute more and be more satisfied and more loving. I think that's how you love more in life, when you're happy doing what you're doing, because then you become more lovable too. So then it'll make everybody nicer. If you're nicer, everybody else is nicer. They want to be around you and all this kind of stuff. I know, life is a bitch. And that's right. But there's ways around it, and it takes effort. So let me help you get the tools to make that change.
Well, it seems to me that the rich people pay like 30 to 50% less for stuff that you and I pay for. Well, actually, it's because they, like Hillary and Trump, and they have nonprofit organizations and businesses where they're able to write off like 30 to 50% of their life, as tax-free, and that's why there's no such thing as a private jet, as far as I could see. There's no person that would pay for a jet, a personal jet with private money. They're doing it in business money. It's cheaper. In other words, if they're buying a jet, with after-tax money, see, they're getting, say, if they get a salary like normal people, and then they take that salary and try to buy a jet with it. Instead, what they do is it becomes a business expense. They buy the jet before they have their salary. So they pay no taxes on it because it's a business expense. Anything you're doing for business, you don't have to pay taxes on it because you're supposedly trying to get more business. So they're able to get a huge discount than the rest of us. So that's why, there's no such thing as a private tax. People are paying that with before tax money in their business. And so that's why most businesses don't make a lot of money. They don't have to because they get everything they get. A lot cheaper if they don't, and they figure out a way to put it through their business. And what's so interesting, though, it could be a business, could be a nonprofit organization, the same way. So Hillary does the same thing. They use these organizations so they don't have to pay a lot of taxes, on how they run their lives. In other words, and you as a lower income, you don't have to have a $1 trillion business. You don't want a private jet. But if you have a business, and you're running it out of home, that means you could write off a lot of your home. People write off their country clubs. People write off their lunches, or dinners. This is why all these fancy restaurants stay in business. Nobody's going to go and pay $500 for a meal unless they write it off, and they don't pay that with after-tax money. This is why these expensive restaurants stay in business. Everybody uses it, they say, for business, so they can write it. Travel is the same way. Vacations, sporting events, the box seats and everything. As long as you say, and verify that you took a business client there or something like that, you don't have to pay taxes on that income. So you write it off before you take your salary to live on. So that means you don't need a lot of money to live on because you're already living like a millionaire off your business. And I think it's the greatest tax advantage that this country has to offer. And it's not going to go away. They're not going to change that tax code because every fat cat lives this way. And I assume that's why Donald Trump doesn't want you to see his taxes. His whole life is spent with pre-tax money. He doesn't want to pay taxes on money and then buy his jet or buy his big picture of himself that he spent $20,000 on or something. I don't know. There's some kind of story like that. So that's one of the advantages. And I think what's happening now in our country is that we have less traditional jobs. The traditional jobs with a paycheck and a W-2, are shrinking. So they're not around as much anymore. And the benefits that mostly people got from these traditional jobs, insurance, coverage, and pensions, that's disappearing. So that's why we have to realize, more and more of us, how being an independent contractor or a freelancer or self-employed is becoming now, not only by necessity, but there's benefits for that too, that you don't realize because you could live more of your life. You need less money. Like before I had kids, I didn't need any personal money. I have so much fun in business. This is what I spend most of my life doing. Everything was business. I loved it. And not until I had kids, I had to raise kids and things like that I need much personal money. And that's why it's something people should realize. And there's so many ways to make it easier. You don't have to be a tax accountant or a lawyer or an accounting expert or something like that to figure this stuff out. There's offices where you live, business development centers. These are government offices. Well, they're not government offices. They're private offices paid, where the government gives these people grant money to help you figure that out for free. They show you how to do that taxes for free, and they help you through the process, step by step, whatever. So you don't have to go on Google and find out about tax problems, and you just get people that are going to charge you money to do that. These are the free people that you won't find using Google. You really have to dig. And that's why, to me, Google is creating problems because you think that's the only answer. And it's not. The good answers are out there and they don't cost money, but it takes digging and research, and that's what I do. I've been researching and digging information, particularly opportunities, for 30 or 40 years of my life now, and helping rich people take advantage of them, and middle income people and poor people, everybody. And that's why I concentrate. I don't want to help rich people anymore. They don't need me. They'll find this stuff out without me. And the rest of the people should know about this stuff. It's not advertised, and this is a way to live, and people make fun out of it or something like that. But it's survival. That's what we all have, this survival anxiety in life. How are we going to make our way through this life? How are we going to pay for our way through this life? So you have to learn about the tools that are out there today that make it possible or make it more possible or whatever. If you keep banging your head against the wall and stuff that doesn't work anymore, that's a definition of crazy. You keep banging away and expecting different results every time. And you have to know about these alternatives out there, that are available. And these are the things that create more opportunities than doing the same old stuff again that isn't working. And that's why I did the free research. Maybe I could help you. Lesko businesstutor.com, and I have one on starting a business, that I will do the research and find you every opportunity, that's free, the free money, the free help, the free legal advice, the free tax counseling help for you to start or expand that business, the free marketing help, the free, advertising money you could even get. And this is even as a freelancer looking for a job, how to get a government contract instead of a government job. And that's even probably more powerful and bigger and whatever. And you can get more of them than just one. Getting a job is just one thing. Just like if you had 3 part-time jobs that paid twice as much as one full-time. That's the way I think the economy's going and the world is going, and we all have to start learning how to take advantage of it. So I want to help people do that. I think this is the greatest opportunity, that is out there today. It's not the old stuff anymore. It's this new stuff that's growing. And you want to get in on the beginning of a wave as it grows, not at the end, like the traditional economy, and the wave is going back out to sea, going away from the beach. That's no fun. So you're looking for the best way to get money to start a business. Do you have any money?
No, I'm working, but it's I'm trying to find I've done research on using your website. You said something about crowdfunding and everything.
About crowdfunding. Yeah, it really, well, first of all, I think it's better not to have money, because if you have a lot of money, then you blow it really doing the wrong things. So the less money you have, I feel, the better chance of success you have, because you'll find a way that's really resourceful, and that's what it all is about. Starting a business, everybody wants a lot of money and they usually go out of business. So if you have the little money, then you can build something stronger. What kind of ideas for a business you have, Carlos?
Well, I've gotten advice of people tell me that go into business. If you want a business, do something that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
And my one thing is I like to work out, so I want to open up a fitness gym.
Okay. Now. Great. No, and I think that's right, because anything, to me, any kind of business you start is such a pain in the ass that if you don't want to be there, you'll leave too quick. So if you really want to be there, you'll hang in and figure it out. Okay. Now, so if you don't have a lot of money, to me, what I would start doing, you could do 2 things. Okay. You got to get a retail establishment and equip it and all that, and I would think that costs a couple $100,000, right? So you got to go around and find a couple $100,000. Okay, so that means you get a lot of that with loans, as long as you have partners or somebody else to do that. Now that's one way, and I could show you a lot of places to start doing that. But to me, another way, of all this stuff is, to me, customers are the important thing. So you could build this retail place and all that, and get a couple $100,000, and nobody shows up. You're screwed. Okay, and that's a big overhead. So to me, how can you do something like this to get customers first before you spend any money? Now, a lot of people are doing things like. I would talk to a guy who's doing like an Uber for hairdressers. You know what Uber is?
Yeah, it's right. It's basically like a taxi service.
Yeah, it is, but it's on a phone. It's an app. I want a car, and I go on my phone, and some guy has a car, and he'll drive me somewhere. It's really what it boils down to. And he gets paid because, I'm already gave the credit card number to the guy who has the platform and everything. So to me, it would be, how can you... you say you're in the fitness training business, but you go to people's houses and do that. Does that make any sense? Because that's a way to find how to get customers to do that, and you have no investment money. So now, from right off the beginning, you're spending all your energy, getting a customer, which is automatic money already. Instead of figuring out the best way to spend money, you can figure out the best way to get money, which is customers who want to pay for fitness. You know, and then where do you live, Carlos?
I live in Alabama.
Alabama. Okay. Now, see, another thing what you could do is something like that, fitness pay. You could go to somebody's gym and say, hey, I want to use your facilities to do this. So you're going to go find customers that want to work out under your training. I guess that's what you want to do, is be a physical trainer for people too. Does that make sense or not?
Well, I've had people ask me to train them, especially a lot of people at my job. And I've actually went around and asked a lot of women and some other guys, you know, what would they like to see in a gym?
Right.
And a lot of them will say, especially the women, will say the same thing, is that they would expect, you know, they could work out more if they had the daycare, to take their kids there to drop them off at the gym, and then they can go work out. And the guys basically, like, they trying to lose weight and tone up.
Right.
So it's a lot of people, and that's the reason why I've been trying to find a way to know. I found a piece of property to put a gym. It's hard to try to figure out how to get the money to do everything. Exactly.
And then even when you get there, see, then you have the problem of getting enough people to pay for that. So that's why if you work with somebody else's gym, they will like customers. So you give them 20% of the customers, but you run your operation in there. You know what I mean? And then that way you have a way to build a business and then bootstrap. I mean, now you know how to get customers. Okay, now you start with 6 and now you have 15. Well, shit, now I can get a building. Because I know I'll have revenue coming in. I'll do it my way and paint it pink on one side and and camouflage on the other side for the guys or something. You know, whatever you think of. You know, so that's why. How do you think about, you know, doing that? Now, the place to help think through any problems you have, legal stuff like that. There's something around where you live called call 211 and ask for the call 211 and ask for a small business development center. These are free consultants that will help you with any problems of putting any way you want to do it.
Your session has ended. Please take a moment to rate the session.
Okay, well, we finally got this done for you. I'm so sorry it took so long. I hope you got the refund by now, and I apologize for anything, any inconvenience that it caused. But let me go over what I sent here. I mean, we got, like, God, there's over 100 pages of stuff here, so I know it's a lot of stuff, and it's hard to follow up on everything. So I'm going to go over just the general stuff on what's in here, so you can take a look at the specifics, where you think is the best place to start, because a lot of this stuff, you may not need it immediately, but you will in the future somehow come up. So it's just to educate you and to learn about and have all these tools as a resource for your life forward. I mean, that's the way I see it. And one of the best things we all have in this country locally is job training money. Man, if you don't have a job now, or you had your own business and it's not working out, or you want to go and do something else, even with your own business, I mean, you could get training money for your own business as an entrepreneur, or if you want to do something new now that being self-employed doesn't work out, you get training money there. Or if you work for somebody else and then get laid off, you get training money. See, it's like up to $8,000 you can get to train for a new job. You know, and for all things, you want to become a massage therapist, or you are a massage therapist and you want to learn, like a new modality or whatever they call it, a new procedure to learn. This is what this money's for. And I have the links there for locally. And it's a national program. It's all over, but it's managed locally. So there's the links in your area for that. Now, you have to know how to use the computer, I guess, to be able to use this thing. So that's it. I have some videos there because I've been interviewed. See, most of these programs, I've interviewed government officials, so you know that these are legitimate. These are the people that explain to you how to use the program. They're there, and so it's so easy. Sometimes local people running the program have no idea what they have. That's why sometimes you have to come in and show people what they have. And that's important to do. So that's why I give you the videos and everything to do that. Let's see. Okay, the next one is free money to live on when you start a business. Well, it may or may not be available in your area, but it is there in certain regions, and you have to check the local place I told you to check there. And it's really how to use your unemployment money. So if you lost your job or whatever, you could use that same money to start your own business. So it gives you extra money to live on. Okay, now here's an office for vets too. I mean, I don't know if you're a vet, you know of anybody. And what's interesting about this office that's locally, they're trained to get money. And if you use that office to get money, they get twice as much money than people who don't use the office. Man, so I mean, it's amazing to me that here we have the government is using government money to train you, to show you how to get more government money. Yeah. Now that's cool, isn't it? Now, also, the other time here, the 211. I think this is the second most important source of free money and help that you'll ever find, than Google. Google doesn't show you free money and help. Google shows you where to spend money, because the things you'll find on Google are people who spend a lot of time, money, and effort to make sure if you Google your problem, you'll see them. And they're there to get money from you from your problem, and the people who actually solve your problem for free don't have that money to advertise. So you're not going to find them. Nonprofit organizations, government organizations, other things that aren't even called. See, also with Google, you have to ask the right question. So you're looking for a grant, and heck, grants, 80% of the free money that the government gives out is not even called grants. So you're Googling the wrong bloody question. So that's why I call it the second most important source for free money and help, because I think I'm the best. But that's a biased opinion. So go to the 211, and I have the listing there for your area, because it's all over the country this works. And what's important, show you how it works. Now, if you go to Google and you put in debt problems, you're going to get 140 million websites for debt problems. 140 million websites for debt problems in Google. What are you going to do with 140 million websites? You're not going to live long enough, are you? You go to the 211, and put that in. Look at, in Green Bay alone, you see there that they have, again, I have to use my, I'm pushing the button up instead of down. Yeah, I'm an old guy, I got screwed up. You have about, 40 or 50 websites. That's it. These are people locally that help you with different kinds of debt problems, Now, you want 140 million? And of that 140 million, most of those people are going to be charging you money. Now, here's 40 people. Only 40. And none of them charge you money. See, that's what the whole thing of this report I'm saying. None of these charge you money for anything, Now here's 30 grants for home improvements. So that's in the database and things like that. So you get a feel for how to use this thing. Also, here's another neat service that people don't use. If you want to be self-employed, or you're a freelancer, or you have a part-time business, or a small business, or even a nonprofit, here's a place where you to get free consulting of any kind for free. They'll help you find money. They'll help you fill out forms. They'll help you show you how to get your taxes done for free. They'll do free marketing studies for free. Everything, business plans, everything for free. Things, you won't find them in Google unless you have their name. That's the thing. That's what's Google great for, if you have the name. But it's wonderful. I have the link there for where it is in your area, and also I have a video so that you could learn. I have video. I interviewed these people from some of the centers so you could see what it is. Here's a free financial appointment counselor. You have any kind of debt problems. There's grants given to people in your area that get grant money to solve your debt problem for free. That's right. They'll work with you. See, I mean, what happens, we're not really sure of all our options in solving our problems, financial problems. So we guess what the options are from the little knowledge we know. And then we try to figure it out. We go on Google and we're going to find people. Hey, this sounds good. And we get somebody and they're trying to sell us something. And because they practice on selling you something, man, they know what hits your buttons and what's going to make you say yes, because you don't know your options. See, with these people, they know the options. They've helped thousands of people all the time with their debt problem. So they know your options and they don't sell you anything. They're not in the business of selling anything to anybody. So that's why, and I have videos there of these people who do these things. And also here's local people right in your area, other ones, that one-on-one counseling, debt counseling for bankruptcy, housing, and student loans. This is free counseling. This is one-on-one. You'll see on that side too, these other people, kind people who have nothing to sell you, will help you one-on-one. It's like having a, if you sat down at my kitchen table with me here, how I would help you. These people do it, they do it for free. See, I got to charge you. I got to keep in business. Right? Okay, here's more free money management consulting. See, and this is actually from the Department of Agriculture. There's a video here. And now here's another interesting you have locally too. If you're a senior, and remember, seniors start at well, for this program it starts at 60, but the government considers you a senior at age 40. And they help you get benefits. See, that's the other thing. You don't even know what to apply for. You can't, you just can't put in grants or free money or something like that and expect to get the real good stuff. No, you're going to get people who know you're searching for that money, want to sell you something. So the people giving out the free money, they may call it direct payments. They may call it loans you don't have to pay back or whatever. There's 1,000 names for this stuff that bureaucrats use that the average person doesn't know. But here are people that, again, will sit down with you to get everything. Find out how to get your rental assistance money, energy assistance money, telephone financial assistance money, Veterans Administration money, disability benefits, consumer problems, long-term care insurance, all this stuff. Okay, here's free help collecting child support. Let's go there. Free Wi-Fi at your community, at your library. And it's not free Wi-Fi. What's interesting about the library, a lot of them also give now free services to help you set up a business on the internet. You want to set up a business on Etsy or something. I have a video here. So check if your library does that or not. And more importantly, what they have access. The library has access to 2 books. Now, if they don't have them at your library there, they could tell you what library in your area has it. And these are 2 books of grants. Now, these are official grant directories that cost you up to $1,500 to use, but you could use them free through the library. One is 10,000 private grants for individual needs, and the other one is 140,000 organizations that have grant money. And it's amazing that 90% of the websites that people give out grants don't even have a website. So that's why you'll never find them. These organizations that give out grant money, 90% don't have a website. Isn't that amazing? So that's why this is a very important directory for finding that. Okay, local banks that give grants to put in your savings account. That's right. I mean, and these aren't savings accounts that are run by Wall Street or banks that are run by Wall Street that all they're interested in helping investors. This is for communities. So if you put $1 in this bank account, they'll put in an extra $2, $3, $4. Wow. You can't win that much money in Vegas. So if you put in an extra $1 million, you'll get maybe $3 million back. Wow, isn't that incredible? And so there's the ones in your area. So contact them to find out more. Now here's the thing about health products and health-related money and stuff like that. I mean, it seems like health is very important for us in this community, no matter how, we're paying, even with Obamacare, there's still so many people don't have health insurance or can't get everything paid for. So that's why a lot of local government programs here for health. So you should know about that because you're not going to find them using your Google or whatever. Like here, free checkups for women 45 to 64. That's right, medical checkups are free. Whether you have insurance, you don't have insurance. Then I have free groceries, health care, drugs, child care, and cash for jobs. I mean, that's one place to apply for all that. And the food share, health share, family planning, and child care, low-cost life insurance, and even the state will pay payments if you can't make the payments. Okay, and here's get up to $5,300 to help pay for health care insurance, or discounts on car seats, or free health care home visits for pregnant women, or free health care and dental clinics. These are clinics that have sliding scale. They may be free. You may have to pay a little bit about. So if you're not covered or something, find these clinics who get government money or nonprofit money to treat you. And there's local clinics. There's a national database there. I have hospitals who you don't have to pay because they've gotten government money in the past. Here's got a free prescription drugs. This is income determinant. So if you're a fat cat, it won't work for you. But here, I mean, doctors don't even know about this program. So, and here's a video here of a young woman who got it. Donated dental services. That's a Wisconsin dentists give away things for free. They have another free services, free dental, more free services. See, I mean, it's not free all the time. Everything, it happens certain times. You have to know about this stuff, and that's what I'm trying to do, is educate people about this. Financial assistance for pet owners. That's right. Pets are becoming very expensive, and they have medical bills, but they're not covered under Obamacare. So here's a list to get grant money and other free services for your pet. Okay, here's state and other programs. Okay, subsidized mortgages. Find out if you're eligible for one of these mortgages. If you have a current mortgage now, because there's a lot of new mortgages, on the market that the government put out that you should be aware of. See if your state has a better mortgage, because they have. See, these are subsidized. If it's coming from the government of the state, that means there's subsidies involved. That means you're not paying top dollar. If it's Bank of America is doing it, man, you have to pay top dollar. And it's no bargain, believe me, because all these fat cats who own the bank want to get paid a lot. So that's why something from the government is going to be cheap. Okay, here's buy a new home with only $1,000 of your own money. That's a state program. You could get into a house with just $1,000 cash, so you can borrow that from a friend, and all of a sudden have a new house in no time at all. Foreclosure prevention. You worried about you're going to lose your home? Okay, here's a program to help you stop that. Rental assistance, money for a down payment and low interest rates. Right, you get like $15,000, $20,000 for down payment money. Closing costs. Homes. Low interest mortgages with closing costs, no down payments. Well, actually, the down payments, you get that for free. And that's why they're giving you grants or loans you don't have to pay back as a down payment. First-time home buyers for renters and designated mortgage interest rates reduced for renters, or $15,000 to fix up your home. So many people need money to fix their home. 211 is a good place for that too, to find nonprofit organizations to fix your home. Now here's a special office for women trying to get ahead in life. What we set up in all the states is what's it called, a commission on women. And that's to make sure they know about the resources, know about things. So if you're a woman trying to do something, get a job, start a business, have financial problems, that's a good place to touch base with, because they know the services are really set up for women. Here's something for victims of crime, $25,000. Man, people don't realize. Pay for lost wages, medical care, counseling, stuff like that. Wow, because you got mugged, so you need new glasses. You lost your income. That's what they're $25,000 to do that. Okay, grants for artists, $3,500. Well, here's another website I included here because they pay artists every month. Over $1 million a month is given out to artists on Patreon. You got to put up your artwork. What are you doing? Enough people like it. Then they just started sending you money for. It's just like the Renaissance era. Where in Italy that they were patronizing artists to keep them alive. That's what this website does. So if you're an artist, know about that. Okay, here's the top 25 grants for services in Wisconsin. Everything from paying your utility bills, getting your house fixed, free money for seniors, getting your telephone bill paid, all this kind of weatherizing your home, heating and cooling bills, closing cost money, and then videos on every one of these things. They're only about 4 or 5 minutes a piece. They're very little. Go through, and actually, there's child support. Not only enforcement, but if anybody ever didn't pay all your child support money to you, there probably could be sitting there in this database of money that the state is sitting on. So it takes nothing just to contact them, give them your name, see if there's money. Because see, they collect child support payments from people and just don't tell people. Same thing from other missing money. There's another database up there, missing money. Old deposits you forgot to inquiring about. From the utility company years ago or something. Or your grandmother set up something for you in a bank account that everybody forgot about. All that is there. And it just takes very little. Now, if you have student debt, everybody does, it seems. No matter how, and people 50, 60 years old still can't get rid of student debt. Here's how to get rid of it. And here are the pros. Now, it says in this, private companies may contact you for student loans for a fee to help you. Okay, the government says, remember, with your student loans, you don't have to have anybody help you do that. Government will do all that for free. And see, you could get your student loan reduced on like $5 a month and then, pay for a while or 10, 20 years and you still have $20,000, they forgive it all. And they'll work that out for you. You don't have to pay somebody to do that for you. You just have to know about the program and be able to take advantage of it. Okay, student loans, crowdfunding. You got to know about this, man. There's more going on in crowdfunding than anything else. It's the fastest growing thing. It's growing exponentially. It's up to about $35 billion a year now in crowdfunding from like $6, last year. Because this is a way to get money for free. No income requirements, no credit check. You keep the money forever. There's no complicated forms, business plan, lawyers, accountants. It's fast. 30, 60 days you get the money. You don't have fat cats telling you what's good or, that this is a bad idea, son. They don't know. But see, the crowds tell you. And that's why you put them on these websites and figure it out. I mean, everybody has figured it out. More people are using that now. Millions and millions of people are getting money this way for everything. So that's why you got to start learning how to do this, because this is a terrific new place to do it, and it costs nothing, and it's a great place to fail. So even if it doesn't work, and you know what, women are twice as successful as men at getting crowdfunding, because particularly for like starting a business, most money for businesses come from venture capitalists to start, and they're 90% men are venture capitalists. So 90% of venture capital money is going to men. But crowdfunding money, half the people giving money for on crowdfunding are women. So that's why women are getting more money than men in crowdfunding. So that's what's so neat about it. Then I have stories. You can see all these videos of people use it, how they use it. Now here's another thing you have to be aware of is peer-to-peer internet loans. Okay, they're cheaper, faster, easier than banks. The big ones are Lending Club, Prosper. See, what all this is about is instead of you putting your money in the bank for, and getting 1% interest on your savings account in the bank, and then you lend that money out to some small business at 12%. What happens, they do this all on a platform, which means a website, and you give the money and they give you 4 or 5%, and they lend it out at 7 or 8%. So everybody is win-win. The only people who are losing are the Wall Street fat cats who own the banks. And that's what's neat. See, this is what the internet's doing. It's disrupting so much in our society. I mean, this stuff won't change every night, but this is the exponential growth. Banks aren't growing, but this stuff is. Banks won't disappear tomorrow or probably in my lifetime, but this is the ones. And also community banks. These are the ones I told you about earlier. They're better, faster, and cheaper, and nicer than regular banks. Okay, here's how to make some extra money too with internet things, because there's something called the gig economy going on, or on-demand work. This is how labor is being done. This is the growing part of the labor industry in our society. Getting a normal W-2, like a paycheck in our society, that's shrinking. Getting a 1099, which is working as a contractor or whatever, a freelancer, is growing. And all the new businesses and growth in our society is coming from that kind of business. I mean, like a new business, you probably heard of Airbnb and Uber. Well, Uber now is worth $50 billion. And it's only been around for about 5, 6, 7 years. FedEx is worth $50 billion. But FedEx employs 300,000 people. Uber employs only like 2,000, 3,000 people. That's it. So 300,000 people and 2,000 people, worth about the same money. But Uber is new. This is what's new. So all the new growth in our country is from something like this that's not employing people. But 1 million people are making money off of Uber, driving their own cars and making money only when they want to, on a part-time business, whenever, flexible, no boss. And see what happens, the platform, what's so interesting about the platform, being a freelancer or a part-time worker before, was difficult. You had to worry about getting paid, you had to worry about insurance, you had to worry about all this kind of stuff. On a platform, you don't. The platform takes care of it. They have the insurance, they get the credit cards ahead of time, they make sure you get paid, all this kind of stuff. All that, so it's easier than ever. And I have 46 organizations there that do this. So you can look at them, even doing little jobs, renting out your bicycle if you're not using it and making money. You can make a couple $100 a month doing that even. Man, it's amazing what our life is turning into. And I show you how to do all that. And then plus, there's an interesting website at the end called peers.org. They have, of the 46 programs I have there, they evaluate about half of them. So we show you from real statistics, people who use it, how much they're making, how they do it, what it's all about. So just, you don't have to trust their website, and that's good. Okay, other ways to make money on the internet. And I have a whole bunch of things there. How to make extra cash having people over at dinner. How to save 40% on your automobile repair bill. How to make $30,000 just having an extra pet in your apartment even, or whatever. That's what people make, because people don't like sending their pets to kennels anymore, or they're like jails for dogs when they go away, and they'd rather send them to a nice home, or apartment or anything to take care of them nicely. People make up $30,000, $40,000 a year doing this. So that's like a part-time job, man. That's terrific. So all kinds of things like that, how you can make extra money on these websites are all there. Or even here now, how to open up a part-time store for only 20 cents. And I tell you all about it. I mean, you can do a full-time, part-time, doesn't take much time. Start trying it. Maybe this is the way to invest in a retirement, something you really enjoy doing, and it's a way, again, where the platforms take care of everything. And it's very easy. You don't have to worry about being a computer geek, to do this, because they made it so easy. It's sort of like, when the first cars came out, you had to be an engineer to know how to run them. Now they made it so easy for everybody to run them. Same way with computers initially. So it's the same way for setting up a website. It's now just a plug and play. Okay, and then I go into a bunch of things about self-employment to help you with that if you're interested in that. And actually how to get a fast $700 in emergency cash with no payback, no scams, because people are going to places like your, what do you call it? Payday loan people, which are gangsters. Just stay away from that. Here's how to wait it legitimately. And then here's a section on how to get your money back from bad people. Professionals, employers, anybody who mistreats you. Watch that introduction video. It shows you have the power if you learn to use the government, and I show you how to do that. In other words, they'll get your money back for free. You just have to know the offices to go to, and I show you that. And then at the end here, I have a place who will do free research for you for anything. Because again, as you heard from me, I tell you how Google is not a good place to find help. Okay, it's a good place to spend money. You have to really know the exact question to ask, which most of us don't. Otherwise, because we don't. I mean, nobody knows the questions. The answers, it's good at answers. It's not helping you with the questions. Finding experts that will do research for you for free, and these are all free that I have. 2-on-1, we talked about that earlier. Your local library and your elected official. You have 4 or 5 elected officials right in your area that every office will do something there for you for free. Watch that video, and you'll understand why their motive, their one thing in life is to help you find something for free. That's all they want to do, because that's how they get reelected. Okay, and then I have 50 websites that have extra money things to have. Oh my goodness. So you see, I have a lot of stuff there for you to get in trouble and to learn. And what I'm really trying to do is teach people how to live in today's society. The stuff isn't like it used to be. There's different ways. You can't trust experts. They don't know anymore. We're all guessing. And I think the way to survive is to realize you're guessing, realize they're guessing, and try to learn how to get as much out of it yourself as you can without spending money. The more you spend money on trying to solve your answers, the more you're just going to get in further trouble. And there's too many places to solve your answers for free. You just have to know your options. And that's what I try to do.